Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh. Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who ruled well and taught me this truth. Peace, blessings, salutations, and mercies to the elect and the one-third remnant out there listening and doing His word with all faith and sincerity, scattered amongst the nations and the four corners of the earth. To you, I say Shalom, Lord willing. This video is edifying. It's going to be centered around the topic of how the world, the earth, is awaiting the revelation of the Lord's elect, the chosen of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. All right? We are at the very end of this thing, and, through the Spirit, I could see just a lot happening in a short period of time. Now at this, at this moment, the truth, right? This whole movement, if you want to call it, this awakening is, garnishing more attention and spotlight than ever before, with these different personalities and leaders being broadcasted on, all these different platforms and, pretty much being put on the mainstream. Okay, but we know that's twofold for the Lord to, he written it. He's going to bring fame in the land where we were put to shame. But at the same time, it's to set the stage for that great persecution that is going to come upon, the church, right? But nevertheless, this time is going to reveal who the Lord is with and who He's not with, right? This is Luke 12:2. For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known, right? And this is something that is hidden right now. Not a lot of people can really differentiate. They can't really tell who got the truth and who don't. Those of us with eyes to see and ears to hear, we know it's clear, it's evident. All right. Salakia. It's obvious because we understand the prophecies and we know what's written and we know the proper interpretation thereof. But a lot of Jake is simple. And it's a lot of lies spread and different personalities and characters that Jake get caught up in, not really, fully understanding what this thing is about. But the Lord, He's about to show it. Okay? When He brings that fire, it's only going to be a few left, right? Who's left standing? That's what it's going to come on down to, because a lot of guys are going to, turn coat, because they're going to be afraid, because they know that what they believe in is not sure. But Lord will, we part of that number that believes, right? And that knows or is confident. This is Isaiah 40:5. And the glory of Yahweh shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together. For Yahweh or for the mouth of Yahweh has spoken it, right? So the Lord is about to be glorified, and He's glorified through His servants, the prophets, okay, and through His judgments, okay, because He's going to be blessing His chosen, His elect, right, in the time where He's bringing mass destruction and judgment to the world. So He's going to do things simultaneously. He's going to do these things together at the same time. So people, are going to clearly see it. You won't be able to deny it, okay? Because these are all prophecies spoken before time. That's what He meant by when He said the mouth. I've spoken it by my mouth, right? This is Hosea 6:5. Therefore have I hewed them by the prophets. I have slain them by the words of my mouth, and thy judgments are as the light that goeth forth. Right? Because the true prophets of Yahweh Shai have been up day and night, right? Week in and week out, prophesying what's to come and what's going to happen, right? And the Lord called us his mouth. And what does it say? The burden of Babylon is what? The prophets of Yahweh Shai, these prophecies that we're telling, and us exposing this man and his deeds, it has destroyed him. The truth has destroyed this world full of lies. Okay, and when his judgments go forth, then we're going to know who had the truth all along and who was pretending, right? This is Romans 8:19. For the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High. Right. So the world is awaiting. Okay, the world is watching, literally. Okay, the earth itself is awaiting this, man. When these things, hey, that's why the scriptures say, even the beasts of the field, okay, and the earth is going to be at league with you, because the earth has been awaiting this. Okay, it's true and new rulers, right, to bring back, peace, right? Because the earth is finally going to be at peace when Yahweh Shai comes and sets things in order, and gives and establishes his kingdom with the elect of Israel. Okay, so this is something all the nations and all the earth is going to rejoice, man. The oceans are going to rejoice. The heavens are going to rejoice, right? Because these things have all been destroyed under the hand of Esau Edom. The nations are going to rejoice because they've been destroyed under the watch of Esau Edom. He's led them into perdition, right? He's led them into this beast way of living, this dog eat dog world, man. Okay, very evil, very cold place. All right, this is Malachi 3:17, and they shall be mine, saith Yahweh of hosts, in that day when I make up. Oh, so like I'm starting verse 16. This is Malachi 3:16. Then they that fear Yahweh shall spake one often to another, and Yahweh shall hearkened and heard it. And a book of remembrance was written before him, or before them that feared Yahweh and thought upon his name. So, and this is a super cut on you guys who deny the names of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, right? To pretend like you don't got it, all right, is a testimony that you are not with the Lord. The Lord is not with you, okay? Because you're supposed to be thinking upon his name, okay? Constantly calling upon his name. And you guys still calling on God and Jesus Christ, or any of these false titles or false names given to him, right? A bar of menthol cigarettes, right? You guys are, you ain't got it. Okay, and they shall be mine, saith Yahweh Shai, in that day when I make up my Jews, and I will spare them as a man spareth his own, or as a man spareth his own son that serveth him. Right, because the Lord is going to spare. He's going to have mercy upon us in this time of great, harsh, brutal judgment. Okay, where the world will seemingly be, hopeless. Okay, people are going to see his men in abundance when everybody else is in scarcity and shambles. His men are going to be strong. okay, and fearless, where everybody is going to be, overcame with fear, right? So the Lord, he's going to reveal who he's with, okay? Then shall they return and discern between the righteous and the wicked, between him that serveth the Most High and him that serveth him not. See, so people are going to see that disparity. They're going to see, okay, this dude, he's over here, losing his shit, chimping out, right? But yet, when the lights was on, he was, talking about Most High and Christ bless and APPTMH and all this shit. But now the shit hits the fan. Okay, the feds come knocking or kicking down doors with tear gas and all this other shit, and people looking for you. Now all of a sudden, this nigga, he ain't on that. He ain't talking that same talk. He ain't on the same time that he was on. But the men of Yahweh Shema Shah are going to stand stiffly. All right, we're not going to be moved because we have been foretelling this. All right, we've been preparing for this. So with of all praise and the glory to Yahweh Shema Shah, Shem Rakakodash Wah, Baba Ball, and DTA DTN.